Okay, we are with Jasmine Donovan. She is now the president of Dick's Drive-In Restaurants, of course, a staple for more than 6 decades here in the greater Seattle, now the greater Puget Sound area. And Jasmine, I know it's an exciting day. You're announcing a new location. How excited are you about this announcement?
Oh my gosh, I am so thrilled. Every day we get to announce a new location is just such a big day for us. It doesn't happen very often. And this location in particular is just really special. It's going to be such an amazing spot and will be a great location for us to bring online, hopefully in 2023. And we're going to serve a lot of customers, make a lot of memories, and a great spot along Highway 99 down in South King County in Federal Way.
Yes, would you tell us a little more about this new location and maybe what's going to be unique about it?
What's going to be unique about this location? It's going to look very similar to our Kent location and our other kind of standalone classic restaurants. A little bit unique about this location is there won't be parking immediately in front of it. So we'll have kind of an overextended pedestrian patio area and all the parking will be to the side. It's in the Merlone Geyer Commons at Federal Way Shopping Center. The brand new Amazon Fresh is going to be right behind us. We're going to be right along Highway 99. It's going to be a great spot for high school students and college students, families, kids. It's just such a great area with so many people coming together. I think the Commons is just such a great name for that shopping center because it's just where everyone's coming through, and we'll be able to make a lot of memories, serve a lot of burgers.
And you know, that's the thing that I have been talking about leading up to our conversation here. One of the things that I've always loved about meeting other people who love going to eat at Dick's is the stories they tell. And the example I always throw out is, hey, I came here with my friends in high school to grab some burgers on a Saturday night, met a girl, and by the way, here 50 years later, she is standing with me and we're still eating at Dick's. What do those kinds of stories mean to you?
Those stories are so special, and one of the greatest blessings and really unique parts about this job, being part of this company, having it be part of our family, because when you meet people across the country and even around the world, you'll tell them, oh, I work at Dick's, and either they'll have no idea what you're talking about, or they will launch immediately into sharing their Dick's Drive-In story, their special memory. And having been around for almost 7 decades now, we have multi-generational memories, right? We have grandparents who met at Dick's, kids who met their sweetheart at Dick's, or had a burger after their wedding, or drove their first car there, or celebrated that big win there. And now grandkids are coming, and we have multiple generations of people and families who worked for us, got their start with us, used our scholarship program, and then transitioned on to pursue what they're passionate about around the region and around the world. And it's just a really special and unique thing to be able to be a part of.
Yeah, and I want to get to the multi-generational facet in a moment, but since we're talking about stories, is there any one that somebody has told you, or even maybe that your dad passed on to you? I know there's so many where you were just blown away by it.
Oh man, when we first started really connecting with these stories was when we had our first anniversary memory book that we did, and it was really before social media. We put on our bags, we printed on our bags a little like, hey, we've been around and tell us your story, and we thought we'd get a handful of little stories to share. We were flooded with memories. People cut that little piece out of our bag and handwritten page after page and photographs, and it was so special. We put it all together in this beautiful book we call our memory book. We repeated that a couple of times, and then social media came around, and then people are just sharing their stories constantly. It's so hard to pick just one, but the thing that ties so many of the most special memories together is just the amazing connection that happens between people, and then being able to return and come back and celebrate that connection or those special moments together. I tell my crew members this all the time when I get to meet with them. They're not just serving burgers, fries, and shakes out the window. Taste and smell are strongly connected to memory recall in the brain. And so when they're serving a delicious burger, fry, and shake to a customer, they're also helping them relive their special memories that they've made with our food, and help make new ones that they can come back and relive and celebrate with us again in the future.
Well, since we're talking about your employees, I'll give a quick review. I've made no secret, I have been to Dick's many times, and I don't think I've missed a location. I think I've been to all of them, or most of them, but at every one of them, the workers have always been fantastic. So that's, you know, kudos to them and to you for instilling those values in them. Now, you know, we talked about it being multi-generational. You are the third generation president of Dick's Drive-Ins. You know, I had the chance to chat with your dad several times over the years. It's funny, I can see him in your face a little bit too, and was even privileged to talk briefly with your grandfather the day of the Edmunds store opening. So I consider myself, that's sort of a feather in my cap in terms of my career and working in Seattle. But what do you think your grandfather would think, you know, about all of it, the way the company has gone, taking plastic at the windows and not just all cash, or growing, you know, beyond even Edmunds to other locations outside Seattle?
So Edmunds, I can't believe, by the way, it's been 10 years now. So Edmunds was the last store opening that he was able to be at. He passed away in 2016. Interestingly, credit cards, even though we didn't launch it before he passed away, was the last major project for the drive-in that he personally greenlit and signed off on. And so I think he would be really proud of how our company has come through this pandemic and continued to committed to growing and creating opportunities for employees, making memories with our customers, serving delicious burgers fast and inexpensively, doing it all in a super clean environment, really connecting with our communities. We're so excited to have another restaurant in South King County so we can be even more connected with our customers and fans and communities there in South King County. And I think you'd be really proud of all the hard work everyone in this company has been doing.
I'm sure he would. And, you know, that just made me think, you know, there's the Spokane Dick's that isn't really a Dick's. You know, what's the official word on that? Is there a rivalry there? Is there a, you know, do you have a company policy on it? We don't say their name. What's the deal?
No, there's plenty of customer demand for burgers to go around, and obviously we're not in Spokane or even on the east side of the Cascades yet, so they've been around a very long time. They do a really good job. Sometimes our customers get confused and a little frustrated. They'll buy our gift certificates and try to use them in Spokane, and apologies that the names are the same and that the product is similar. They used to be called Panda Burger, and I think in the 70s they changed to Dick's Burgers there. It was named after a nephew, if I know the story correctly. So it's just happenstance. It's the way it worked out, and no animosity at all. We wish them all the best and hope they can keep doing what they're doing.
Oh, that's great. Now, you did say not east of the Cascades yet. Is that something that the family hopes for in the future?
We have so many cities that we would love to build a Dick's Drive-Ins in someday. We have to be able to grow sustainably. One of the things that's somewhat unique about us is all of our managers are promoted from within and start as crew members. We also like to buy our real estate whenever possible, and when we build a restaurant, whether we're leasing or buying, it's a big investment for us because we build these buildings to last and be there for many decades. So we have to be able to grow sustainably. We want to keep doing what we're doing the way that we do it. As we continue to grow, we want to continue to be a great employer and offer amazing first time and transition jobs for our employees, and we want to keep growing our talent from within. And to do that, we can't grow too fast. So we just take it one step at a time and see how it goes. And if customers continue to love what we do, we'll continue to grow.
Yeah, it's like they say, slow and steady wins the race. Nothing wrong with a measured approach. And I want to back you up to taking plastic at the windows again, because I also meant to ask, because I'm one who regularly does the roundup for charity. And, before that, it was the, throwing the change in the bucket when I would use cash. Did adding that help with the charitable donations?
So your question is about when we added credit cards. One of our biggest concerns was losing that change for charity donation, right? If customers weren't paying with cash and didn't have that change to put in the bucket, would we lose this great community connection program that we have, where we make it easy, convenient for customers to throw a little extra change in, and we can make a big difference with those little bits of change when they all come together. And so having this roundup program is so great. And thank you so much for doing that. Due to COVID, we had to make those change boxes go away. And now we're still battling with not being able to get enough coin in our restaurants, even for the smaller amount of cash than we used to have. So our customers have been very kind and generous in continuing to choose to round up, especially when we aren't able to provide that coin change back, because we're just not able to get it from the banks, and the banks can't get it from the federal government for a reason that's above my pay grade. But it's been fantastic to keep that going and keep that Roundup for Charity program going, and being able to support amazing charities in our region who are doing really great work, especially in these times.
Yeah, I think part of the reason, because what I usually do, I know the idea is round up to the next nearest dollar. But, like, let's say if I'm, buying for the family and the bill is 22 and change, I'll tell them to round it up to 25, throw a couple extra bucks in there. The looks on their faces always get me. I mean, that's part of the reason I think I do it, is just to see that, oh my gosh, I got to think about this now, not just round it up to the next dollar. So it's lots and lots of fun.
That's so amazing that you do that. And thank you so much on behalf of our charity partners and the great work that they're doing. That it makes such a big difference.
Well, it is important to do. So a couple more things I want to ask you, and we did sort of touch on the future of the company here, but you're coming up on 70 years. What can we expect in the second 70?
Oh, wow. You can expect from us to keep doing what we've always done, which is provide timeless value and build lifelong memories with our employees, customers, and community. That's our enduring purpose. You can expect us to show up with our core values, which is industriousness, golden rule, quality, and integrity. I hope we will be able to continue to bring you every product everyone has always known and loved. I hope we don't have to change too much, but as the world turns, we have to all make adaptations, and we want to be with our customers for another 70 years and be part of this amazing region and how it continues to grow and adapt as we all move forward together.
So that brings up another thing I've been wanting to ask, and if it's a company secret and you can't answer, I totally understand. But I noticed the white bags with the logos have been gone from some locations, and we've got brown bags. Is that a supply chain issue? I mean, people are curious about that.
Yes, this is a supply chain issue. And when it first happened, we did a great social media campaign where we were trying to make lemonade out of lemons and asked our local artists, hey, we have a blank canvas bag, make something with this and share it with us. And we got some really great submissions from our customers who are artistically inclined. And it's just the constant supply chain battle that we face right now, us and anyone else trying to do business. A little while ago it was ketchup, now it's paper products. For a while it was not even ice cream itself, but the rim that goes on top of the container that brings the ice cream to us couldn't be had. And so we were trying to figure out how to find an alternate supplier and option. So thankfully we're back in all of our usual ice cream flavors other than peppermint. We hope to have peppermint back at the end of June. So it's just the constant adaptation that an operating business of any kind is doing right now. And we hope to be back in our regular bags someday soon. But if you have the crystal ball that tells me when, I would love to hear it.
No, right now my priority is getting over to the port and moving containers myself so the peppermint can come back, because that's so important. Okay, last thing, because I know you have a busy day ahead. Let's say you have somebody who has never ever been to Dick's. what do you tell them that they can expect?
That is a great question. And as we do have more and more folks coming to this region from around the country and around the world, it's great to be able to introduce ourselves to new customers and new fans and make new memories together. We are a classic burger, fries, and shakes place. We use quality ingredients. We also use, make our burgers with instant service, which means they're not customized, which is really unusual. We do have a burger that comes plain with no sauce on it. So you can order that and order other sauces to put on it if you would like to change the sauces that are available on any burger. Otherwise, we strongly recommend you try them the way that we make them. If you don't like it, you can always bring it back for a refund and trade it out for a different kind of burger. Our shakes are very unique. They're hand dipped and individually whipped. They're made with real ice cream and super delicious. No one makes shakes like we do anymore. And our potatoes are hand cut. They're Washington potatoes 99% of the time. Occasionally we have to grab a few potatoes from Idaho, but most of the time they're from Eastern Washington farms. We hand cut them in the restaurant. They're really truly French fried. So they soak in water, they dry. They're fried one time, which is called a blanch, and then they're fried again. And it makes this really, truly delicious French fry with just 3 ingredients: the potato itself, sunflower oil, and salt. And I put our food up against anyone else's in the world. It's simple, but good and inexpensive. It smells amazing, it tastes amazing, and you'll make amazing memories when you're with us.
Well, speaking to the fries, I have a daughter who is a vegetarian. Doesn't stop her from eating piles and piles of Dick's fries and drinking milkshakes there. So it's a testament to the product. Jasmine Donovan, can't thank you enough for taking a few minutes. Congratulations on the new location in Federal Way. I believe you said set to open in 2023.
Yes, sometime in 2023. Stay tuned as we have more updates on when in 2023. We will absolutely share that. It just depends on permitting and construction in this post-COVID era.
Well, we appreciate you talking to us about it. Thanks a bunch.
Thank you so much, Ryan.